Sometimes the news feels like a courtroom drama. Headlines scream, ED raids another politician, CBI steps in again, and we are left wondering who actually controls whom. Can the CBI or the ED just walk into a state and start investigating without even informing the local police? Or is there a line that even the most powerful agencies can't cross? Today, let's break this down. Not like a law lecture, but like a story about power, trust, and the individual balance that keeps our democracy running. Because this isn't just about agencies and politicians. It's about how far power can go before it forgets permission. Imagine this, you're living in a state where the local police are supposed to maintain law and order. But one morning, a team from the CBI or ED arrives. No heads up, no coordination, just action. The state government calls it political interference. The center calls it legal right. This sort of tug of war has played out for many years. Take the West Bengal versus Union of India disputes. The CBI's operations there have been restricted because the state withdrew its general consent. Similar moves came from states like Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, and Rajasthan. And that brings us to the key question: what does general consent even mean? Under Section 6 of the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act of 1946, the CBI needs the consent of the state government to investigate within its territory. Without it, they can't exercise powers of the police officers in that state. It's like entering someone's house. You just can't walk in because you have the authority elsewhere. But still, you need the door opened. Here is where logic and law come together. There are two types of consent. First, general consent, which is like an open invitation, valid for all cases until revoked. The second one is specific consent, granted on a case-by-case basis. When a state withdraws general consent, the CBI must get specific permission for each case. The Supreme Court in the state of West Bengal versus Committee for Protection of Democratic Rights, a 2010 case, clarified something crucial. The CBI can investigate a case without state consent only if it is ordered by a constitutional court. That means a Supreme Court or High Court can step in and authorize a CBI probe even without the state's nod, but only when justice demands it. So, yes, the CBI is powerful, but it's not about federal boundaries. The system is designed this way to protect India's federal spirit, the balance of power between center and states. Now, let's talk about Enforcement Directorate or ED for short, the agency that often makes headlines for its money laundering cases. Unlike the CBI, the ED works under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act or PMLA of 2002 and the Foreign Exchange Management Act or FEMA. And here's the twist, ED doesn't need states' consent. That's because ED operates under central laws that apply across India, allowing it to step in without the state's approval. But this legal design has sparked emotional and political controversy. Critics argue that it gives too much central control, a sword that can be swung selectively. Supporters say it's necessary to prevent economic crimes that doesn't stop at state borders. After all, money doesn't care about boundaries. It moves faster than paperwork. This clash between law and perception, between federalism and investigation, is what makes this debate so alive. Think of India's federal structure like a shared home. The center and states are co-owners. Both have keys, but to different rooms. The center can't walk into the state space unless invited or unless the court opens the doors for justice. But Here's the practical part. For common citizens, this isn't just political theatre. It teaches us a deeper life lesson. Authority without accountability leads to imbalance. Whether in government or in our own lives, if we act without consent, we may get results, but we lose trust. And once that trust goes away, everything else starts to fall apart. So, when you read headlines about ED or CBI, don't just see raids. See a reflection of how systems of power negotiate respect, boundaries, and legitimacy. That's the real takeaway. Power must walk hand in hand with permission. At the end of the day, the question is, can the ED and CBI act without state consent? It isn't just legal, it's philosophical. It's about how far we can go without overstepping into someone's space, be it in governance or in relationships. The law draws boundaries for agencies, but life draws them for us too. Respecting both keeps order alive in the country and within ourselves. If you found this video insightful, don't just scroll away. Take a moment to share it. Because understanding how power works helps us to protect our rights. And if you like more breakdowns like this, explained with clarity, humanity, and real cases, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment what topic you'd like me to cover next. Your awareness is your greatest defense. Keep it sharp. Take care. Bye.